Hi, welcome to Movie Review with Daniel. Today I'll be doing a movie review on Chemical Arts. Chemical Arts is a 2020 American romantic drama based on the novel A Chemical Arts by Krista Sutherland. The movie, which was released on the 21st of August 2020 by Amazon Studios. Beware, this movie review contain spoilers and criticism. There's something sickeningly subversive about Richard Tanner's Chemical Arts, an adaptation of Krista Sutherland's novel A Chemical Arts. The genre tropes are so thick in the film you can barely see through them, and yet, at the same time, Chemical Arts subverts those very same tropes. This makes the movie a very unpredictable experience, and it is here that the movie really shines. Where you think the story is going is not where it goes at all. Chemical Arts suffers from a somnolent tone, and its mood is often dreary and inert, at odds with the high school romance milieu. These things are all undeniable, and yet the subversive tricks helps make Chemical Arts a deeply felt teenage melodrama. Henry Page, played by Austin Abrams, has always wanted to be a writer. In voice-over, he shares his frustration that nothing has ever really happened to him, and therefore he has nothing to write about. Enter the new girl in school, Grace Down, which was played by Lily Reinhardt. You can see by the character names alone that Chemical Arts wears its outside metaphors on its sleeves. Grace works with a king, Reese Pablo Neruda, for fun and has a murky past. Henry wants to be a writer, but other than that, he has almost no defining characteristics, except for his love of gluing together broken pieces of poetry. Later in the film, Grace shouts at Henry, "I'm not one of your verses," just in case you didn't get it. Grace and Henry are chosen as co-editors of the school newspaper and forced to work together closely. Since Chemical Arts is told from Henry's point of view, we can see Grace through his eyes, and she's a very intriguing figure, so standoffish towards him at first is not clear why he keeps pursuing her and why she keeps allowing it. If she's so bluntly uninterested in him, then why exactly do they keep hanging out? A mini montage is employed showing the friendship blossoming, with Henry cracking jokes and Grace laughing hysterically. Nothing we have seen in Henry up until this point telling us is this funny. And what on earth could he be saying that could make Gloom Grace laugh so hard? Using a montage like this is a cheat, skipping steps that really need to be dealt with or at least acknowledged. There are tragedies in Grace's past, of course, and her disabling injury is the least of it. She does not share her story all at once, and Harry is often left confused and hurt, feeling she has been withholding information. All of this is to say that this is not your basic Manny Pixie girl dream movie. She's not there to help Henry learn, grow, or change. This is part of Chemical Arts subversion. Any idea we may have that Henry is there to help her love again or trust again or heal is completely kicked to the crumb once the true lay of the land is revealed. There's a very messy movie here, kicking around within all the blue-toned minor chord melancholy. Chemical Arts is really about the rolling chaos and confusion of teenage life, of going through experiences, love, sex, heartbreak, for the first time, and the huge impact these experiences have on the body and the nervous system. Thank goodness Henry's sister is a neurosurgeon and can explain how it all works. As Grace is a revelation, she has such gravities as an actress, and it's real gravitas, a witness and solemnity that comes from harsh experience. It's all over her face. Reinhardt made her name in the CW Smash series Rival Days, and here she stars as well as executive produces. It is a challenging role, and Grace is very actively unpleasant a lot of the time, forcefully unfriendly and slightly intimidating. There's something thrilling about watching a teenage girl who is all of these things, who doesn't have it all together, who isn't inspirational or quirky, or any of other cliches usually imposed on such role. Grace is a mess living in the aftermath of a series of catastrophes. She is handling it as best as she can, but as the film goes on, you realize how much she's hanging by a thread. Reinhardt plays all of this beautifully. Grace resists getting close to Henry, not because she doesn't want to get to know him, but because she doesn't want to be known. Her wounds are too deep. Reinhardt deserves praise for her delicate and powerful understanding of this dynamic and for her fearlessness in playing a role so resistant to easy qualification. Abrams is a thoughtful presence and best when he's forced to deal with her unpredictable behavior. Watch his reaction, his pain, such close attention to her, trying to read her face. These two young actors make this bond make sense. If Henry agrees are three-dimensional, the same cannot be said for the characters surrounding them. Henry's group of friends are stock characters who barely register. They aren't even really there as confidence. They breeze around in the background, calling things out at their friends as they walk away from them. The background nurse as are Henry's parents. Henry's sister is just for scientifically based pep talk. Chemical Arts feels loosely populated as a result with Grace and Henry wandering through it now, swimming around in a deep, dark pool of emotions and trauma and grief. In a way, though, this is what teenage life can feel like, especially when powerful experiences hit. The emotions wreak havoc. Teenagers aren't many adults, it is the other way around. As Henry eventually comes to observe adults as just scared kids who made it out of adolescence, battered and bruised but still alive. There's much to be said for what Tani had put off in Chemical Arts, for his gentle and measured approach. You actually feel like you have been through something by the end.
Thanks for watching today's review. Please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and leave your comments in the comment box below.